Hi, it's Louise here. I just wanted to show you some exciting new products that we've got in CraftStash this week. In fact, they have launched today. I'm really excited about it. And they are coordinating die sets that go with two of our most popular stamp sets. So the stamp sets that you might already be familiar with are the Creative Stamps Monster Madness, which I absolutely adore, and also our very popular Christmas Gnomes, the Spinner and Slider collection. So they are really nice A5 size stamp plates with loads of different things on that you can do there. So I'm going to show you some stuff afterwards relating to those. But the exciting thing with the die sets is that no more fussy cutting. So you can cut these out really effortlessly with your die cutting machine, with the Monster Madness outline die set and also the Gnome outline dies. So that makes your job a lot easier if you want to do a quick card make, no more fussy cutting, and you can use these, which are absolutely fantastic. Now, the stamp sets and the outline die sets on their own are $9.99, but you can get the bundles, so you can get the Creative Stamps Monster Madness stamp and outline die set for $17.98, so that you save £2 on those. So you can get those together as a bundle for £17.98. And you can also get the Christmas Gnome Spinner and Slider collection and Gnome outline dies for the same price for the bundle, $17.98. So it's absolutely great value for money for you there. So there they are. Absolutely fantastic. Now I was very lucky today to have a special visitor, and that was Christine Smith. And when I asked Christine to come in today so we can have a little chat, I thought it would be great if she could do some colouring of some of our gnomes for us. So I'm just going to show you now. When she popped in, she coloured some little gnomes for us, which I'm going to cut out later, which are really lovely, aren't they cute? I love the swirly beard there on the gnome and the plaits on this little gnome here as well. Absolutely lovely. So that's Crafty Potential, aka Christine Smith, or vice versa, who came in today, and I was really pleased to meet her. It was a very exciting morning we've had today. So there we go, they're from Christine. And just to have a closer look at some of the stamps, we have, so when I've stamped them out, they are going to look something like this. So we have two really pretty gnomes there and like a stack of presents. And then we have a little gnome house, like a toadstool house there, and you'll notice that the different facial expressions on some of these gnomes here, different patterns on the hats and things like that. And also we've got one with nothing on here because you can personalise that completely. If you look down at the bottom here, we've got some little faces, and here as well. So you can completely personalise your gnome here. Get yourself a tiny stamping block. We've got a little sign, loads of little sentiments down here as well. So Santa's Workshop, North Pole, from our gnome to yours, enjoy your day, wishing you joy. There's no place like Gnome, that's a really good one. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I'll be Gnome for Christmas. So we've got some really nice, lovely Christmas type sentiments through there as well. You know me so well, that's really nice. And then of course you can add the little hands on, so we've got a little lantern here and a present here as well, and a cake. Very delicious looking cake. And then some tiny little extras here, little love heart, musical notes, a bell. It's got all sorts there that you can work with this stamp set. And having a look at the Monster Madness stamp set, which are really thick outlined designs on here. I absolutely love these. We've got like a little fur ball here. One that looks a bit like, it reminds me of Bender out of Futurama with his like kind of piping legs. And my personal favourite with the massive teeth here, this little one. And this gorgeous size one. I think it's probably the biggest size one that we have. And then this crazy looking one down here as well. So these are designed by our very own Vicky Wellesby, which are absolutely gorgeous. set here, and also the gnomes were designed by Kay Whitaker as well, so we have our amazing design team creating these lovely products for you. So on the Monster Madness, we have lots of sentiments here, really gorgeous fonts for all sorts of different occasions, not just for kids, I have to say. You can use them for all sorts. So we have greetings, party time, have a monster time, monster hugs from all of us, boo eek. So you can do lots and lots of things. And if you look on our product pages, if you go onto craftstash.co.uk, look on our product pages, you can see loads of inspiration for the gnome stamps and also for the Monster Madness stamps as well. And of course our dies now are going to make it really, really easy, really easy for you to cut those out nice and easily. So there we go. I'm going to just show you some of the monsters that have been coloured in, so just bear with me. So we have here some of the monsters which have been coloured in with our Spectrum Noir colouring system. So we have brights and lights. Here we have our little fur ball, if I just tilt that a little bit so you can see. And we also have this little fella here as well. Great fun last night colouring these in. There he is. And we have my favourite here, like a really nice jade kind of green colour here as well. So these ones have not been cut out yet with the dies, but these ones have, so I'm going to have a quick look at these. So we have this little fella here, cut out really nicely. It just makes it so much easier when you've got an outline die, and it saves you so much time, especially when you're not into fussy cutting. I mean, I like fussy cutting, but it's not for everybody, and sometimes it's quite difficult, especially with the smaller parts, to cut around, but the outline dies make it really easy for you to do. And I've got this little guy here as well, a little bender look-alike with his like a cyclops style. So the outlines give you a nice white border, look really, really good. So that's that one there. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of colouring with my Spectrum Noirs. I've got my two-headed chap over here, so I'm going to give him a colour. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to do him green. So I'm going to use my Spectrum Noirs. So I've got CG3 and I have LG3 as well, if that's in focus. So I've got CG3 and LG3. So I'm going to use the thinner nib actually, I think, on these here. I'm going to colouring them in here. With the Spectrums, the ink it flows really, really well, and even if it's dried out a little bit by the time you start blending, it's absolutely fine. It gives a really nice effect. And I like these the lights and the brights, just really nice colour. You've got a really nice choice, and they come in packs of 24, so you can have 24 brights or 24 lights, and they're available on CraftStash. We also have the dark collection as well. We have lots and lots of different colouring mediums on CraftStash. And if you pop over on Facebook now and also on our blog, we've got a little video from Jeanette using this little monster set, and we've also got our gnomes as well. I didn't do a good job colouring that in then. I'm normally quite good at staying within the lines, but I think when I've got a camera overhead it's a little bit trickier. So I'm going to colour around here like this. And what I'll do once I've coloured him in, I'm going to just give him a slightly more 3D effect. Not going to go into any great detail on this one. Just kind of along the side and the bottom. Just give him a bit more definition, really. And I'll come around here. So I think that'll do for now for his main part of his body, so you can see there. So that was with CG3. It's a really nice colour, and I'm going to come back round now with the LG3. You can always use a blender pen as well if you want to push some of the colour out or kind of help with your blending things. You can use the blender pen, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to come around the side bits here and just kind of, because he looks quite furry, I don't want to do too smooth a line, so I'm just going to make it quite rough. Come around this bit and underneath as well. So all around there, under his mouth, around the side, like that. And you can see that there's a slight colour bleed going on now, which is exactly what I want. And all I'm going to do now is go back over with my CG3, just overlap a little bit, in kind of moving the pen in kind of a circular motion around those areas, just to blend that in a little bit. Doesn't need to be perfect, just a little bit there. There we go. Around that side there. Okay, and there we go. That's just kind of what I'm looking for. And I'm going to do his spots now, and his little eyelid and his horns as well. So let's have a look. So with his horns, I'm just going to do the thin one. I've got a GB1 there, GB1. Just going to quickly run down the side here and then use my blender pen to just push that colour back a little bit. So I don't want the horns too dark. Just slight suggestion of colour on the horns there. And now I'm gonna do, I keep opening it at the wrong side, a little bit of the spots. So I'm gonna come round, fill those spots in. I think I'll do the arms in the same colour, just because it's easier. But you can do them in any colour you want. But they really are nice, vibrant colours. And they really lend themselves well to the gnomes and the monsters alcohol markers. The spectrums are really good. And they make it really fun as well. Now you know that if you watch a lot of Jeanette's videos, she really liked watercolours as well, and that would also work brilliantly with these little stamps. I'm not so much a watercolorer. I'll leave that to Jeanette because she's extremely good at doing her watercolours. So if you want to pop over and see some of her videos, and especially a monster video, bob over to our blog, craftstash.co.uk/inspiration, and you can see that. I'm only putting a very slight shadow on this, but there are darker colours. This is GB1, so you could use a slightly darker shade just to add to that a little bit. So, as it's only a demonstration, I'm just going to fly through that for you. So here we go. So he looks really nice. I mean, that would look brilliant as a focal point on a card with one of the little sentiments next to it. So we just find those, so you could have that on a card there. And you could have one of these wonderful little sentiments next to it, and it would look really, really good. So I'm going to cut my monster out now using my die cutting machine, my Big Shot. And there we go. Where's he gone? So I'm going to use this one here to cut out. Let's see, with a bit of washi tape, of course. So I'll bob him on there. Oops. Would help if we get it the right way around. And try and centralise it as much as you can. Pop a bit of washi tape over it as well. Try and straighten him up there. Bit of washi tape on there. Just a little bit on there. I'm going to pop it in there like that, and then I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. Okay, on a very wobbly table today. And I'm going to pop him out here. Just peel off that washi tape really carefully. And they cut really well as well. Really, really well. Really clean cut. And if I can get that washi tape off my hands, that would be really good. Sticking all over the place there. Okay, I'm going to bob him out here. There we go. So I've cut him out, not quite straight on there, but I'm sure if you're not in front of a camera, you probably do a better job than I will. But it just makes your life so much easier on there. There we go. So that's that one. For the gnomes, I've got some inspiration that I did using some of the cover mount gnomes, which are in the same style as these ones. I'm going to show you those now, because I'm a fan of kind of horror movies and zombie movies and things. I did some sort of Halloween themed cards using these, and also the Spectrum Noirs, and some paper packs and things, all of which are available on CraftStash. So we have my little gnome turned into a zombie here, eating a McDonald's like you do. But the point of these cards is they can be used for all sorts of different occasions. The gnome sets, they really lend themselves. You can do really cute cards, you can do funny cards. There's a huge range of cards that you can do with these. So this is using the little house as well, so you can see the colouring in on that. If I just zoom in there, this little guy's taking a munch out of his friend there, and we've got some nouveau drops there as well. So it just adds a little bit of extra on there, a bit of matching layering, quite simple. It's mainly about the colour in this card as well. So there we go. And then we've got a very silly one here, again with some drops on here. Sorry, some glossy accents actually on here. So we've got some glossy accents there. Again, Spectrum Noir, a bit of colouring and a nice finish at the back there with some metallic card. So you can do all sorts of things with these. There's loads and loads of inspiration for these on craftstash.co.uk. We have you can have a closer look at the products on there, and also the inspiration that our design team have done as well, which are fantastic, and of course Jeanette's video, which is brilliant. We've got another watercolour, a little masterclass, a colouring masterclass I should say, from Christina Griffiths as well on our inspiration section, which uses some of these lovely gnomes, which is well worth a watch. So you can go on to craftstash.co.uk/card making magic and watch that. And we of course have Jeanette's video as well on the monsters, which is wonderful and hopefully will inspire you. And again, these sets are £9.99 each, but for the bundles they are £17.98, so you get the stamps and the dies for £17.98. It's absolutely great value as well. And just before I sign off, I want to say a great big thank you to Christine Smith today for doing my little gnomes. I'm going to keep them on my desk, Christine. I absolutely love them. Thank you so much. So yes, these are available now on CraftStash, so you can get yours now. So I hope you enjoy them, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.